All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Adam Benet. I'm a teacher here at Hillcrest School in Moncton, New Brunswick, and I've got a pretty special guest with us today, a student of ours, and a student that's participated in some pretty cool things already during their time here at Hillcrest and the Idea Center. I won't get too far ahead of myself, so I'll ask you to introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Mench Moraleta. I go to Moncton High School, and I'm in grade 12. And I am in the program Idea Center.
Perfect. So for the people that don't know, maybe we could talk a little bit about, I'll talk quickly about Hillcrest, maybe just quickly, and then we could talk about the Idea Center as well. So at Hillcrest, we're a new school in a sense here in Anglophone East, and we're running as an alternative pathway to graduation. And so we take students from all the high schools in the district, and we run a slightly different program than what they run at a traditional high school. So that's really interesting, and we get to do interesting things like this with our students. And then, Mench, tell us what the Idea Center is quickly, if you can.
The Idea Center is basically a place where you get to start your own business, or if you want to develop a skill, and there's a bunch of people that want to help you. And I could only get to do all these cool things that I got to do because of the Idea Center. And honestly, it's a program that you will never regret taking. It's so much fun. I love coming in here every single day and just creating stuff. It's just super cool, and you get to go to these cool events as well and meet new people. But the Idea Center is just amazing.
Awesome. So essentially, for the viewers that might not know, the Idea Center has been operating for, 5 years or so. And what it is it's a collection of students that come from various high schools in the Moncton area. And they come in usually for the entire morning or the afternoon. In this case, we're recording in the afternoon. So Mench comes in from Moncton High pretty much every single day, unless there's a special event or something. And the students some come with a really well-formed idea for a business. Some have some different ideas, and some are just kind of open-ended, and through the process, students figure out what they're passionate about and what they're interested in. And so, can you tell us a little bit about your journey so far when you came to the Idea Center?
So when I first came into the Idea Center, I'm an artist, so I love making art and stuff like that, and I wanted to start my own art business. But then I was also interested in graphic design, so I wanted to go into that as well. And I could not pick between the two, but I noticed that there were more opportunities that came up for graphic design, so I went along with that, and I got to do some pretty cool stuff. But now I'm kind of going back to my art and focusing on as well. But I'm all over the place. I just kind of do everything.
And I think that's for younger people and students, it's a process, right? Very few of our students come in having a formed idea, I think. So the process you're going through is a good process, probably. It allows you to explore and to learn and to figure out what might work for you and what might not.
Yeah.
And figure out the best lane forward. And then you talk about bringing in outside experts too. One of the neat features of the Idea Center is that different experts from marketing and finance and communications and in the community in general, business development, they come in and actually mentor and work with you students, right? And I imagine through that process, it's helped you figure out what you want to do. Yeah? And how's that helped?
It's helped a lot. I've only had one mentor session so far, and my mentor is Rich Gold, and he's a graphic designer, and he's been working in this industry for the longest time ever, and he's just a super cool guy. And I don't know, he's just been giving me a lot of insight and confidence with my work. But we were talking about how art is very subjective, and don't downplay your price tag on your piece of art and stuff like that. And it's very difficult. As an artist, you really don't know how to price your artwork. Right. You would probably be oh my God, that's $25. But then someone else could be that's $100.
Sure.
But
yeah.
It's
and I think anybody new in business and especially a young person or a student, right? Money means different things as you get older as well. When you're younger, you might not have access to as much money, and $25 or $100 might seem like a lot, but the more you realize how much effort you put into that, right? And it's the iceberg, the under the water part of the iceberg that people don't see and understand, right? As a creative, that hundreds, if not thousands of hours of your work have gone into it over your lifetime, potentially, right? Because you probably had a passion for this for quite a long time, but now it's all kind of crystallizing and coming together, right?
Yeah.
So that's exciting. So so the Idea Centers, like coming in, and at this point, your business, your passion moving forward, have you landed on something specific in terms of it generating income, or that's not your priority right now?
Well, my top priority, my goal in the Idea Center is to make a creative portfolio, which basically houses all like my artwork, my graphic design work, as well as like my videography work that I did with Garrett. And hopefully I'm going to also do like photo shoots and stuff like that and help people out with their portfolios. Cool. But yeah, that's my goal right now. For the future, though, I don't know how exactly that's going to look, but I'm totally loving what I'm doing right now.
Well, that's the cool thing. You have a creative portfolio. I think that says everything. It allows you to dabble in different mediums. It allows you to find who you are, and maybe you do all those things as you get older and into career potential. Who knows, right? You freelance, or you end up opening your own company or working for somebody. These are all skills that you're going to use no matter what, right? And then to have the outside mentorship. That part's cool. We're connected to the real world, where a lot of our traditional programs at high school are not, right? So a couple quick things. Mench referenced a video. Hopefully in the coming days and weeks, there's a possibility that I don't know if that'll land on public-facing websites or not, but having seen part of the project on the production side, it's been really, really fascinating, and all the work that the students have put in. But that leads us to sort of part of the reason we're here today, just to chat quickly and highlight. I'm just going to hold up one of them. So we have the Hillcrest Literary Journal. So this is a new project that was started here at Hillcrest, and it's a collection of short stories and poems and even artwork and a few other things that's created entirely by the students that go to Hillcrest here. And it's led up by our English teacher, Art Moore. And Art has a lot of history doing literary journals at Harrison Trimble and in his own personal life. And it came time for Art to say, okay, well, we need to put this together in a package and to have a cover. And through some conversation, we discovered that and kind of pitched the idea to some of the Idea Center students. And I think Mench put her hand up and said, yeah, like I'm happy to do it. So just tell us a little story about how this process and how it happened.
Yeah, like Gerard told me about the opportunity, and I take any opportunity I can get. I just say yes to everything because it's experience, But yeah, like it was super cool. So how I designed this, like I talked to Mr. Moore first. Like I was like, well, what are your ideas for the cover and stuff like that? And he had a strong like idea. This was his whole thing. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, just like put whatever in the middle. And I was like, I think it would be suitable if we put the logo. Right. And that was also another cool thing that I got to do. Right. That was like honestly my first like serious project when I came to the Idea Center. It was like, do you want to create a design, like a new logo for the school? And I was like, holy crap, like, yes, I do. Like, count me in. Yeah. But yeah, like. And further context to the logo. So this is a school that's operated for a long time. It's a 75-year-old building. It's been here for a long time in Moncton, but it was formerly a K-5 school. And so when we took it over as a new high school, we said, to the staff said, well, we should rebrand and like come up with a new logo. And so then we kind of kicked that around, and lo and behold, again, we found a student that happened to go to the Idea Center. And for other context, the Idea Center is located physically here at the Hillcrest building, and Mench was like, yeah, I can do that. And over the course of a few weeks, all of a sudden we have a new logo, new colors, and we've run with it. We've got T-shirts and we got branding made and stickers and all this great stuff that student created, which was really cool. Yeah, threw you in the deep end a little bit, probably. That was super cool. I was like, honestly, I've been an artist for the longest time. Yeah. But I've never really had my art put out there. Right. I've had it on social media, but I don't have anyone repping it or anything like that. So even like every single time that I see this or the bookcase over there, like I still get that sort of feeling where I'm like, holy crap, like that's my that's my design.
Yeah.
And it's just a really great feeling. The celebration that I was talking about earlier, where I was like, oh, I have celebrations. Andre from Venn, I did one of his lines.
Yep.
So basically I do this thing called Your Line. It's my art collection.
Yep.
And it's when someone draws like a freehand line on a blank page, and then from that line I create an original illustration.
Okay.
So yeah, he did one with his signature and he really loved it.
Yep.
And the print's up there, like, I'm giving that to him, and he was like, so how much is this? And I was like, oh my goodness, like, you do not have to pay me.
Right.
It's my first one ever. Like, I was happy enough that he was going to put it up in his office, because that would be the first time that my art would be displayed like that. So I was like, no, you don't have to pay for it. And he's like, you have to tell me a price. Like, I'm going to pay for it. But yeah, ultimately, like, I got paid, and it was like a whole different.
Right? Milestones. Like, on one hand, people could put it off as being minor, like whatever, but I think in reality it is. This is a specific moment in your life where it's like, okay, cool. Like, the thing that it might have been a hobby or just a passion, all of a sudden transformed into it, and like, know your worth and know that the work that you do is worthwhile. And it's evident by the logo. And again, like you said, it's that pride, right? And I often tell the story. I remember the first time I had something published. There's something different about another person publishing your stuff somehow. Like, there's something about it. You're right about social media. It's like self-published. Like, oh, I put it out there, but it's just me kind of putting it out there, and people like it and whatnot. But all of a sudden, this is a different thing. And the amount of pride that I know that you have, and the energy that we've seen come through you, is really exciting, right? And knowing that, man, there's a whole world that's open for me in a bunch of different ways, right? And to get, and so congrats, that's exciting. And we'll link it, or we can, we can share your Instagram, whatever, if you're interested in actually trying to promote and sell more, right? Because it's a really neat concept. Right? You just do this thing, and then I'm going to make it into a really cool thing. Yeah. Right? And like great personalized gift and things like that. So that's a really fun project. So anything else on the horizon right now? Are you just going to continue to work and add to your portfolio throughout the rest of the semester? That's the plan?
Yeah, basically. I know that at some point in the program, students will naturally pick a specific thing to focus on. Yeah. But unfortunately, I'm not that student. Yep. I like going in all directions. Yep. And I'm always working towards every single one. Like, I'm just switching back and forth. Yep. But I do still want to learn photography. Like, I really want to get down the basics, Yep. And edit all, like, the pictures on Lightroom and all that stuff, so I can add it on my portfolio. Yep. But yeah, I'm also working on some designs to send out to people for the holidays. Okay. It's just like a little neat thing that I could be like, hey, here's your line that you did a couple months ago. Right? Happy holidays. Right? And that's the cool thing too, as an artist, like you can do nice things for people, and it's something that you can do as a gift or a sign of gratitude as well. And so that's something that, coming from you, it means so much to people probably, right? Like, it's not just something you bought at the store, it's something custom made. And it represents, again, hundreds, if not thousands of hours in a way. I know the actual final artifact might not have been that, but you've been working and honing your craft. And it's exciting to hear students that are open to everything. And I just want to learn. I just want to explore and play and learn. And you never know what thing's going to pan out. Or maybe they all kind of pan out in different ways, right? Yeah. Like, you will never regret, like, learning a new thing. You will get more benefits out of it. Right. I love learning new things. Like, it doesn't hurt you in any sort of way. And, right. Yeah. Like, if you're given an opportunity like this, like, for example, being at the Idea Center and given all, like, these resources and, like, people that actually know these things, why not take it? Right. Yeah. Like, why not just focus on, I can't bring myself to focus on just one thing. And that's okay, right? That's the cool thing too. There's room for all of that. And at the Idea Center, you're right. Like, Gerard Reinders and the team up there, like, it's just bringing in this mixture of people, and you have tools and access to stuff to do it. So it's a pretty good plug for the Idea Center then. So check out the Idea Center. You just Google the Idea Center Moncton, and it'll pull up. There's a website and everything. And we'd love to have more and more students like Mench over the years. And hearing a student say things like that is refreshing for a teacher too, right? Yeah. Hearing that you're open and you just want to try stuff. What's the harm? Right? That's the way to look at it. So you never know what will benefit you down the road. Well,
thank you so much for your time. Thank you for.
Thank you so much.
Again, I will I'll put maybe some other graphics over the video. So Mench, it's been a pleasure to get to meet you as a student, see you flourish and grow, and we're excited to watch your trajectory throughout the rest of your life. Really, so congrats, and we'll be talking hopefully soon.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem.